appear to exist. So people are right to question whether this virus actually exists. But we now, in Europe for the first time, have the scientific proof that it does not exist. And this is thanks to a Department of Health letter that has been received following a request by a citizen in the UK, which he actually had to appeal. But he requested the Department of Health and Social Care in the United Kingdom to give him scientific proof of the existence of a virus called SARS-CoV-2. And they confirmed, and I will read it now to you, that the Department of Health and Social Care does not hold any information on the isolation of a SARS-CoV-2 virus. In other words, it does not exist. And be in absolutely no doubt that this criminal mafia organisation behind me, NPHET, will neither be able to prove that this virus exists. This follows what the CDC admitted to recently, the Centre for Disease Control in the United States, who admitted that they have not isolated in a human being the SARS-CoV-2 virus. So we can now safely say that there is no virus, and therefore this is fraud, this is deception, this is criminality of the highest order. And this request went as follows. The individual asked that they be provided with a full, accurate and complete list of records held within the Department of Health in the UK describing the isolation of a SARS-CoV-2 virus directly taken from a symptomatic patient of COVID-19, where the sample was not first combined with any other source of genetic material, not limited, but by way of example, monkey kidney cells, or Vero cells, liver cancer cells, thereby eliminating contamination as a possible alternative source of sampling. Please note, isolation is used in the normally understood meaning of the word, the act of separating a thing from another. And the department came back and said no, that they had not isolated this virus. This information today has been requested by myself, John Waters, and Anti-Corruption Ireland of the Chief Medical Officer, Tony Holohan, who is up to his neck in corruption before he got involved in this utter act of criminality against the Irish people. And we have also requested this information from Stephen Donnelly. It is also the case that the testing mechanism that they are using, we know the PCR test, is unfit for purpose. But what it is testing for is general genetic material that many of us have. So this is the evidence here from the Department of Health. This is an absolutely critical day in this saga that is directed at bringing in full-blown communism to our country and nothing else. Full-blown globalist dictatorship, total control of every single aspect of your life. If you are stopped by an Garda Síochána, you need to ask, where is the scientific proof, where is the evidence that this virus, which you are seizing my constitutional rights over, give me the proof that it exists? They will not be able to. They will not be able to. But of course, they will also not be able to give you any proof that masks prevent infection. They will not be able to give you any proof whatsoever that masks do not cause oxygen deprivation, which can lead to seizures and other neurological problems. They will not be able to give you any evidence that wearing masks does not cause severe stress or anxiety. And they will not be able to give you any evidence that the legislation surrounding this and the regulations which arose out of it are not adjudged to be repugnant and void under Bunreacht na hÉireann. This is critical now. This is critical. If no virus exists, then no lockdown can exist. The regulations and any legislation that has been made by this corrupt government in relation to this so-called virus is null and void. So I don't understand why the people of Ireland are not down here outside this criminal enterprise which is destroying our country, which is destroying businesses, denying people of the right to their livelihoods, denying people the right to travel freely around their country. The Irish people are waking up. I'm absolutely sure of that, because I know the huge numbers now that are watching my live streams, and it's growing and it's growing. A lot of people are heavily invested in this. They don't want to look like fools, but we will accept them. Everyone has been a fool at some point in their lives. That's what makes us human. If you have committed to this over the last 8 months and you now realise it is the greatest lie ever perpetrated upon humanity, that's okay. That's okay, because the lie was very, very big. We will welcome you into the truth movement. But people, we are down to the last, very, in the 11th hour now. We are in the 11th hour. So there is absolutely no proof. And you need to ask your Gardaí and your so-called representatives, which they are not. They say they are, but they are not, because you do not get into Dáil Éireann or the European Parliament